Michael, and I'm 11 years old, and we live right across the street. I'm just coming from a DPR program, and I'm so excited that I'm going to have a new rec center to enjoy even more programs. I want to thank and introduce the person who is making my dreams come true. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Muriel Bowser.
How are you? Well, good afternoon, everybody. I am so happy to be here. Yes, dear. Say hi. And so I know that we are all excited and have worked real hard to get to this point. And I want to thank everyone in the community, Commissioner Madak, Councilmember Todd, all of ANC 34G, for making sure that this investment, this enhancement is everything that you have in mind. Now, since I was the Ward 4 council member, I thought that this kind of rec room, we might call it, was too small for all of the things that we have going on this campus. It doesn't meet ADA requirements. It's not as energy efficient as it needs to be. And we know that right now we're going to change all of that. We're building a new multi-purpose room, new office spaces for staff, a new pantry and kitchen area, adding storage and additional classroom. And as we do all of that, we're going to make sure that the building is accessible and energy efficient, and most importantly, that it enhances the surrounding neighborhood, playground space, and school. I cannot wait to come back for the ribbon cutting. In fact, this groundbreaking is a long time in coming. I believe this investment was one of the first investments I made when I became mayor in our very first budget. So this community center has an extraordinary history. It's a place where free Black Washingtonians lived for nearly a century until their homes were taken through eminent domain in the 1920s. So in addition to thanking everyone who played a role in planning this modernization, I continue to add my thanks to Councilmember Todd, DGS, DPR, the Office of Historic Preservation, and the Friends of Lafayette Park for working together to ensure that the history of this community will be recognized in a modernized Lafayette Recreation Center. I am joined today by members of my team who are going to make sure that this happens, who you will hear from. But before I turn to them, I want to thank Truett. Where did he go? Where did my introduce? Thank you for that great introduction. And I want to introduce a long friend and your ANC Commissioner, Commissioner Madak. Commissioner Madak.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Whoops, I can't see. I just want to say it's so exciting to be here today. It has been a long and hard road at times, and it's really been a labor of love in the end. Many months were spent discussing the design issues and features most important to our community on a field house, as the mayor calls it, which has meant so much to so many for such a long time. I know we are all excited we are finally here today. I would like to thank Mayor Bowser for her commitment to our community. I know, Mayor Bowser, you have a special affinity for our community, and we have a special affinity for you. You have been such a wonderful support, and we are truly grateful. Updating this 1950 field house for much needed improvements is a valuable contribution to our great park. We will all be able to enjoy it for years to come. I would also like to truly thank Councilmember Todd, DGS, DPR for their successful engagement with the ANC, Friends of Lafayette Park, and the community as well. Without everybody, this wouldn't have been possible. I'm grateful that our city's leadership, DPR and DGS, all realize and agree that this park is truly a loved treasure by the community. Again, thank you, Mayor Bowser, Councilmember Todd, DPR and DGS. And now let's get this on the road, right? Yeah.
Get it on the road. So you know well the DPR that has literally play spaces, pools, and playgrounds all 8 wards of the District of Columbia. And Director Hunter will give you the facts that how many minutes or miles each Washingtonian is away from a DPR recreation center. It's a very short distance. So our per capita investment in parks and recreation is extraordinary, and we are very proud of all of our Parks and Recreation team. So, Director Hunter, please tell us all about this wonderful new addition.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser, and thank you, Commissioner Madak. My name is Delano Hunter, Director of the D.C. Department of Parks and Recreation, and it's a pleasure to share with you as we break ground on this new amenity here in Ward 4. Again, thank you, Mayor Bowser, Councilmember Todd, Commissioner Madak, DGS, and the entire DPR team for helping to make this modernization possible. We can't wait to see this finished product at this beautiful and historic site. And certainly we look forward to activating this facility to benefit the surrounding community and make Lafayette Recreation Center and Park a location where fun happens. The new Lafayette Recreation Center will provide greater accessibility and safety. It'll include a new ADA ramp, a covered porch area, and renovated bathrooms. It'll also include enhanced programming and enrichment, a new multi-purpose room and a small classroom, and increased park space and leisure opportunity with fresh landscaping and outdoor benches. Now, as the mayor mentioned, and it's worth noting, I certainly cannot think of a better way to close out 2019, a year in which Washington, D.C. was named as having the #1 park system by the Trust for Public Land. And as the mayor, that's worth applauding. And as the mayor alluded to, what helped us to achieve this designation was our access to quality parks and recreation. This was a huge factor. So this $4.6 million investment by Mayor Bowser is a testament to DC's commitment to providing quality recreation across all 8 wards. Before we officially put shovels in the dirt, I'd like to once again thank all of you all for coming on this bright, sunny, and warm day. And we certainly can't do this work alone, and we're so appreciative of our partners at the Department of General Services. So I'd like to recognize Director Keith Anderson.
Yay. Actually, before I come up, I'd like for Councilmember Todd to say a few words.
Thank you, Director. Thank you, Director, and good afternoon, Mayor Bowser. Uh-oh, the mayor's supposed to introduce Councilmember Todd. Should I go or should I wait? Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am really thrilled to be here with all of you, and thank you, Mayor Bowser, and thank you, directors, and thank you, ANC Commissioner Madak, for all of your hard work, to the Friends of Lafayette Park and Jeff Stoiber and a number of neighbors, and the Chevy Chase Citizens Association, and the wonderful families at Lafayette Elementary School. This is a big day for the Chevy Chase DC community, where we have the opportunity to tear down this field house is what it's called, and build an amazing 2,000 plus square foot recreation center that will serve the children, the families, and seniors of this community. We're going to make a $4.6 million investment in the building that will go behind us, over $1 million investment in the stormwater management for the entire Lafayette compound. 4 years ago now, Mayor, we put a shovel in the ground and cut the ribbon on Lafayette Elementary School, $80 million investment, and now we're going to make nearly over a $5 million investment on this building and on the stormwater management, and we're so thrilled about it. And I know that a number of neighbors have been working with us hand in hand to make sure that this project is completely reflective of this community. And I know that Miranda Bowser is going to be here at Lafayette, and we're so thrilled to be here today. So congratulations to the Lafayette and the Chevy Chase communities. And I want to acknowledge, I see the chairman of the ANC, Commissioner Speck, and thank you all for all of your support today. Congratulations. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor.
And thank you, Councilmember. And now I want to, and the council member went over a number of the things that we've all been working on together for this entire campus. And it turns out we build it and people keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and the excellence keeps going up and up and up. So we're very proud of what we've been able to do here together. You know that our partner, DPR's partner in constructing DPR projects, is the construction arm for DC government. And the construction arm for DC government is DGS, the Department of General Services, led by Keith Anderson. And he knows a little bit about Parks and Recreation and sustainability. He was the former director of DPR and also the former of the director of the Department of Energy and the Environment. But now he's directing DGS. Director Anderson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and good afternoon. Thank you, Councilmember Todd, Director Hunter, Commissioner Madak, and Commissioner Speck. And welcome everyone to the groundbreaking of the new Lafayette Recreation Center. It's exciting because working with our partners at DPR and the community, our hope is that this facility will be a transformative opportunity for the Lafayette community. After all construction is in place, the Lafayette community will be able to do so much more here with a classroom for student learning, a multi-purpose room, and additional storage space, just to name a few highlights. The Lafayette Recreation Center will be a welcoming place for you and the community. I would like to thank those of you who care so much about this facility, starting with the Friends of Lafayette Park. Please give them a round of applause. Members of the ANC, and every neighbor who stands and understands the richness and values of facilities like this. Please give yourselves a round of applause. As you know, the Department of General Services is the agency that builds, maintains, and sustains the District of Columbia's real estate portfolio. With every project, we are building smarter and doing our part to combat climate change, or quite frankly, the climate crisis. The Lafayette Rec Center is being targeted to meet LEED Silver certification. It would include a new stormwater management system, which the council member discussed. Thank goodness. Special glazing, what we helped use to keep the building cooler, and you'll see so many more plants planted on this facility. Madam Mayor, at DGS, we take very seriously your message of giving everyone a fair shot. And I'm pleased that more than 40% of the people working on this project will be certified business enterprises. Give them a round of applause. And this project is personal to me. You know why? Because after school every day from 1st to 3rd grade, this is where I came after I got out of school at Lafayette. But that was before I got a pocket full of now-a-laters at Broad Branch Market. Is Broad Branch Market still open? Do they still have now-a-laters? Miranda, you want to get some candy? Madam Mayor, I think the time has finally come to break the ground on the Lafayette Recreation Center. Let's do it.
Can you come in the middle with me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. We're going to do this together, all right? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hooray!